红彤彤哎，心中的太阳是毛泽东哎，他领导我们的解放哎，正义翻身当家做主人，一呀一
Meme control. What do you mean? What about Nazism? That's way worse than Maoism. Yeah, Mao Zedong technically killed more people, but he caused more. But Nazism caused more suffrage, and it's related to fascism. Yeah, I know that, but I don't care. They're pretty much equal. And now an unfunny skit to stretch time. Oh my god, who do I shoot? They're both terrible. I only have one bullet. Oh my god, you idiot. This is such an easy decision. Seriously, you can stop the collapse of the USSR if you just don't shoot Mao. Seriously, come on, man, don't freaking do it. You can stop the Korean War, you realize that, you know? Seriously, yeah, Mao killed more people, but Hitler is the entire reason why the atomic bomb was created. Come on, man, this is easy. Yeah, seriously, this is the easiest choice ever. Even for an American like you. Thanks, I guess. You're a freaking idiot, you know that. I'm sorry, I had to. Come on, man. Okay, rant about Maoism. Yeah, Maoism is terrible. Yeah, that's basically where the video should end. But it's not going to end there. Anyway, so basically, I'm going to be talking a little bit about Maoism and why it's freaking terrible, if that wasn't already obvious enough. But don't worry, don't click off yet. I am actually going to be talking a little bit more about just Chinese communism in general, or socialism. I don't freaking know. They try to act like they're socialist at minimum, when they're basically just Maoist. Not entirely, but you know what I mean. Also, by the way, like and subscribe, because once the channel is monetized, 50% of the profit will go to different charities. Yeah, we got a long way to go till then, but hey, please subscribe. So I can eventually one day feed myself.
今天看齐，墙上写着秦香莲的32岁了，装个当朝驸马郎的齐君王啊，满皇上的徽2岁了。
Alright, I'm gonna get this part over with, because it's not really the big thing I want to talk about. I more just want to talk about some how Maoism is kind of just coming back. So basically, what is Maoism? Basically, it's a communist political ideology. We all know this, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, how did it happen? So basically, China was having a bit of a civil war with the communists. Well, the nationalists versus the communists, basically Taiwan versus China. And so basically, they kind of wiped out all the communists, but they then escaped, and most of them died, but unfortunately, some didn't. So anyways, then Taiwan was getting screwed by Japan in World War II, and of course the communists literally did not help at all, because of course they would, and then Mao Zedong took rule, and then he conquered the rest of weakened China and did nothing to help them out except cause another famine. So basically, the only reason why he kept going was because he implemented his 5-year plans, which kind of screwed over, which caused mass famine, but whatever. And the only reason why China has any recognition today is because they're a communist, and also because they basically have so much slave labor, is that you need to recognize them, otherwise they won't trade with you. And that's how kind of Maoism works. It basically just puts so many people into work. They become too much of a superpower for you to not recognize them unless you're a very small country. That's why not many countries recognize Taiwan, even though they still treat it like a country. U.S. obviously has been recognizing China since 1970 now. But a while ago they just gave Taiwan $6 million worth of weapons, which is amazing. So as you can see, a lot of countries do actually want to recognize the ROC, but they just can't, because Mr. PRC will get mad, and they'll just go, I bet you support the Winnie the Flu meme, which they probably do, but whatever. To be honest, I don't even get why most countries even recognize it anymore, when they could just recognize Taiwan, and that would kind of cripple China, just a little bit though. And the only reason why they haven't been declared war on is because they're friends with Russia, because China was friends with the USSR until the Sino-Soviet split. So basically, yeah, that's the rise of Maoism. Mao Zedong just kind of overworked his people until they became too much of a powerhouse to take down. and with aid from the USSR, there was no way to really stop them until hopefully another civil war or a revolution will break out. If a civil war or a revolution does happen, probably be Japan, America, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Naku versus China and Russia and some of our allies. And maybe we can include Vietnam. But that's not really important. So yeah, basically that's how Maoism started. Is that my heater? So basically, yeah, that's how Maoism started. They just kind of fled to another place, which left Taiwan, and Taiwan had to be kind of distracted by Japan, so they were able to take over a weakened China, because that's totally right. Alright, before we get into this topic right here, I just want to tell you, if you're like, mean control, that these leaders are in the wrong order. What are you talking about? And you even probably left out some leaders. What is this? It's because I can generally find freaking nothing on these guys. I don't even know why. That just shows you how much Xi Jinping and Mao Zedong have screwed China up. No one even talks about the times that they were good because it's already had such a terrible reputation with media. Like, seriously, even in 2017, there was a crap ton of non-acceptance for China, for the civilians. Like, Japan was 85%. That was in 2017. Let's see how much it is now. So, yeah. Great commentary. So anyway, China, believe it or not, actually had some mild reform. When was this? Between Mao Zedong and Xi Jinping's reign? Or winning the flu, whatever you want to call him. So anyways, yeah. So basically, these guys, after Mao Zedong, they're like, okay guys, yeah, let's be real, that was a freaking horrible thing that Mao Zedong did. We actually need to try something good, but just make sure that they don't lose faith in us, so don't tell anything bad about Mao Zedong. But wouldn't that show that we're more on us? Dude, seriously, just cut out 20 years of his history in the museum in Beijing. Fine. So basically, then, these guys took over, one by one. I don't know if these are in the right order, because, I can't really find anything about them. Also, by the way, you like this, Dictator's No Peace gameplay? I know, it's the pinnacle of gameplay. So anyways, yeah, these guys started doing mild reform, except for So, yeah. So, basically, what did these guys do? Well, first of all, they got rid of those freaking communal farms, and they also got rid of Maoism, and they turned to around mild communism, but in a little bit more socialist, but there wasn't really that many, man-owned businesses, at least from what my research tells me. Because seriously, again, I can barely find anything about these guys. This actually, led to China having a huge, a post-Mao economic miracle, kind of like Japan and after World War II, but that was a post-war economic miracle. So basically, how did this happen? Well, basically, like I just said, removing Maoism. It led to lots of prosperity going around the country, and it actually helped a lot. And with this, not really focusing on Maoism anymore, and kind of breaking away quite a bit from the USSR, such as with the Sino-Soviet split, and also not being too big supporters for communism while still being communist, it led to a lot more focus on making the people better and making their prosperities better. So yeah, people just generally started having more money, which led to more business, which led to more money, which led to more business. No, and it wasn't even inflating that bad. So yeah, basically these guys came around and did their reforms right. Also, by the way, because of these guys, China kind of excelled, and everyone kind of had, and most people had food on their plate, and not in a communal kitchen, which is a terrible idea. Anyways, so yeah, China doing good now, because you got these guys. Oh, frick, this guy just freaking died. Well, frick. So, alright, so now we do need to do elections. They do that in China? Yes, they actually do. Even when Mao Zedong was around. They also did that in the Soviet Union, and these elections actually kind of served purposes. Kind of, at least in the Soviet Union, that is. So basically, yeah. So, who's gonna be the next leader? Oh look, we chose this guy. He has some cool hair and some nice wrinkles. He's just kind of like our last leaders. Okay, let's see what this guy does. He promises reform and more freedom. This is gonna go great. No. Stop. character stills with video game gameplay. Am I gonna use these often? Probably not, but hey, might as well try them. Anyway, so basically, yeah, Xi Jinping, this guy, so you think he would add more reform? He even said that, hey, I'm gonna like reform the country, I'm gonna get better, and everyone's like, yay, more reform. Please God, don't ruin this. He ruined it. He then got rid of China's economic prosperity when he was elected in 2013, surprisingly, the elections. Anyway, so basically, yeah. So he then got into office from lies, but whatever. And then he was like, okay, you know this whole reform thing about that we've been doing for like loads and loads of years. Yeah, way overrated. Let's just go back to Maoism. And it's not direct Maoism, but it sure freaking feels like it. So basically, Xi Jinping went even harder on censorship, banning Roblox and more social media platforms like that. And of course, the infamous Winnie the Pooh. If you're new to this China thing, you might be wondering why I'm calling him Winnie the Flu. Well, it's basically because some people online made fun of him for looking like Winnie the Pooh. And so he decided to ban Winnie the Pooh nationwide in China. But somehow there's still merchandise of Winnie the Pooh there, which doesn't make sense. He also banned Mickey Mouse the same year. Yeah, pretty stupid if you ask me. I feel like if he just didn't do anything, it probably would have just, no one would have really cared. Like the meme would have died in a week. Like, yeah, there's memes that stick around, like, heck, even social credit is dying. And even though Mr. Incredible Becoming Uncanny is going pretty decently, it's not arguably lost some fans. So the thing, I don't see why he had to ban it. It would have just been swept under the rug if he did nothing about it. Oh yeah, of course, he also started having his politicians or people who follow him in the government post on Twitter about how bad America is. Despite Twitter being banned in China. Great logic, am I right? Anyway, so, yeah, basically, that's what he freaking did. Because, of course, he freaking did it. Of course. It's China, what do we expect? And, of course, there was the social credit system, yada, yada, yada. It's more of a meme than anything. But still, the fact that anyone even thought it was a good idea to introduce this, it has to be a brainlet. Like, seriously, what psychopath decides, okay, you see this little thing right here? So, how about you crack down a little harder on how much people are paying attention to the government and go, screw it, let's just give them like a little point system. Why not? And also, by the way, I'm looking at my shirt right now, and thank God it says made in Vietnam. So at least I know that even though a child probably made this, at least it probably wasn't under even more horrible working conditions. That's pretty much all I wanted to say in this video. I'm just kind of trying to talk so I can use more of this gameplay and these really cool stills. So, yeah, basically that's the whole point of the story. China bad. The only reason why they're still up is because North Korea and Russia. If we attack China, they get involved. And although North Korea isn't that much of a threat despite the nukes, which, by the way, probably don't even do that much, it's still, Russia is way more powerful and probably will forever be more powerful than the United States. Although with manpower, Russia is more powerful. USA does have better training and stuff like that. But every country knows this. Don't invade Russia in the winter. And in Russia, it's always winter. Also, I just want to say, I don't really understand why the UN can't just stop as many people as they can, not recognize China anymore, and sanction the heck out of China. Because China, despite them making all that cool stuff, like even my phone, made in China that I'm holding right now, it was definitely made okay, let's say this phone, it is made in China. Well, that microchip was made in South Korea, let's say. The tools for that microchip were made in Germany and Belgium. The stuff to make those tools were dug up in Chile. And and the tools to dig that stuff up were made in, guess where? America land. I can't say that with a straight face, but that's how most of the world sees America. So yeah, it's just so easy to just cripple China like this. Just sanction them and make your own stuff. Yeah, it's hard to do, and it's gonna take a long time, but they'll eventually fall. Especially with these sanctions would possibly cause a famine, especially on food sanctions. That would make quite a lot of the population go hungry, and the younger generation would be like, wait a second, this happened years ago. Again, it's happening again, and China's government's like, wait, what, how, no, it didn't happen. Yes, I do, I have a VPN, and then boom, just make more VPNs, target them to China, and then sanctions. It's so easy to do. But because China's this economic powerhouse, no one will do it. Ugh! And the thing about this is that if that stuff all goes accordingly, we might see a revolution. Yeah, it might take a while, like the French Revolution, and it might fail. Also, like the first Russian Revolution. But hey, if we keep trying, it's gonna work eventually. God, why am I even talking about this? It's not gonna happen. It's just a dream. Why do I think like this? I need to calm down, for God's sake. Like, what am I doing with my life? What? Alright, so that's pretty much my entire freaking video. So, yeah. So basically, the last little part I just want to say here is so sorry for in the reform segment, once again, I can't really find much about the other Chinese leaders other than Mao or Xi Jinping. So, yeah, that's kind of stuck there. Also, by the way, I want to give a massive thanks to this video right here for the inspiration to make this video. And yeah, I know this whole thing, yeah, oh my god, it's a really serious issue. Should you really be talking about this stuff? You're just some teenager with a small commentary channel that barely even makes commentary. I know that. Also, by the way, another thing I just want to say is sorry for the infrequent uploads. The reason why I'm not really able to upload as much is because, again, these editing videos take a lot more time to make than my older videos. But in my opinion, it's worth it because, hey, the videos turn out better, in my opinion. So, yeah, so there's probably not going to be another video until, like, Saturday of next week, if you're watching this in the premiere. So, yeah, that's all I want to say. Yeah, like and subscribe, comment, and share this with your friends, because once the channel is monetized, 50% of the profit will go to frickin' charities across the world. So, alright, what, thing should I, talk about next? Leave it in the comments. Should I talk about, what else should I talk about? Let me, get my ideas out here. Oh, no! No!